Welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Gezey. I am your host, Gezey. So on this episode of Real Talk with Gezey, I just wanted to take a deep dive into different topics, and I asked what topics you guys wanted me to discuss, and I had a couple comments that said mental health. Perfect topic. I'm not against it. I'm not running from it. Any topic y'all ever want me to talk about, y'all drop it in the comments, and I'm going to talk about it. Now, dealing with mental health, this conversation can go all types of ways. Do we believe in mental health? What do we do about mental health? How do we go about with the diagnosis of mental health? So this topic can go so many places, and we all know somebody who's battling mental health. Mental health is real. I remember back when we were younger, mental health may be been one of them things that got brushed around or swept under the rug. You couldn't, in the 90s, early 90s, late 90s, and the early 2000s, you couldn't walk around and say, I'm depressed or I'm battling depression. Nah, that wasn't a thing. It was more about be tough, be strong. You know what I'm saying? You would be weak if you said certain things like mental health was bothering you in certain ways. And we see mental health breakdowns on social media all the time. We tend to laugh at people. I've been a victim of it. I've laughed at people. I've laughed at them when they were going through their mental health crisis on Facebook, on X, on Instagram. We literally watch these people go through it in real time. It's not funny. It ain't funny at all. The thing about just having phones and having cameras 24/7 is you'll see certain things like that in real time. You'll see a person battling. You'll see a person go to social media. How many of y'all have seen a person go on social media and talk about hurting themselves, unaliving themselves? I've seen it a lot of times. And what tends to happen is their friends, family, loved ones will basically get numb to it because they've done it so many times. Whole time they're basically having a mental health crisis. It's not okay. I don't like it. The first step to mental health is acknowledging there is a problem. The second step would be the treatment. Counseling, therapy. Some people need medication. I mean, let's just be real. Some people need the medication to help them deal with their mental health. I'm not a firm person who believes in just jumping to medication. Definitely not a firm person and believe in jumping in medication when it comes to just mental health. I just know our brains are imbalanced with chemicals. And if there's a chemical imbalance there, then it triggers certain actions. Everybody's thoughts, actions, everybody's brain functions isn't the same. That's why mental health is real. It's about taking care of the mental, the brain. It's about taking care of that part of our health. You know how we all like to go work out. You get like to get strong. That's the physical. The mental is very much more stronger than the physical. Let's just be real. The physical can keep you alive, but the mental can kill you. The physical can keep you alive, but the mental can unalive you. That's how deep that is. Me, myself, I wouldn't say I have personally battled with mental health. I wouldn't say that. But I can say, while being incarcerated, multiple people have told me, man, maybe you should talk to the psych lady, the psychiatrist. Maybe you should just have a conversation with them. I've even had an officer tell me, after I've been talking with officers, you know what I'm saying, they get to hear my storyline a little bit, you know what I'm saying, understand some of my situations within the prison system. And I've been told, like, yeah, maybe you should go talk to a psychiatrist. You know what I mean? Therapy. Get it. Get it while it's free, you know what I'm saying? So one time I did make an attempt to go have a conversation with them, but when they brushed me off, I just basically didn't follow it up any further. And that's a whole nother topic, because in prison, you almost have to act out to get people to show you that, to show you, you almost have to act out for people to believe that it's real. In a lot of situations in prison, you'll see people say, "Oh, I want myself. And they, you know what I'm saying, using a razor to cut and stuff like that. Some guys got cut marks all over their body, just seeking attention. They really ain't trying to unalive themselves, but at that point, they seeking attention to let the people know, like, look, I'll do this, but I don't want to do it right now. And that's part of the mental health aspect of it. Some people don't take medicine. Some people don't believe in taking medicine. Even without the medication, it is still treatments that can be utilized. There are very much therapeutic treatments. So many ways to fight it, but you have to acknowledge it first. You can't push people away when they think you might have a problem. And we as friends, when we see our friends with a problem, whether it be a reading problem, some people dyslexic and don't even know. So that's something that I know, like, if mental health was big like it needed to be in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, you would have more intelligent people. But because it was the way it was, it didn't pan out good for the generation that grew up. You know what I'm saying? Many of them having issues mentally, didn't know how to deal with it. They didn't know what was wrong with them. They would get picked at in school. When they leave school, they didn't graduate, maybe got on drugs and alcohol to deal and cope with how they look at life on an everyday basis. That's how deep mental health is. I'm not perfect. I've laughed at people when they have their mental health breakdowns on social media. Nowadays, I don't think it's funny. I do not think it's funny. Recently, a guy unalived himself. He was from Colombia, and he was having a mental health breakdown. And a lot of people were saying, "Oh no, he just want attention. He just doing that for clout. Oh, he gonna run it up. His that Facebook check about to look good." Everybody was saying all that. And then the man unalived himself. And it was a sad situation, because it's like, bro, you got kids. But that situation could have been other stuff on the person's brain as well. all of it centers around mental health, though. All of it. Bro, we go through so much in our community that mental health should be targeted at an early age. Sometimes our parents won't pick up on what's wrong with us. And if you as a friend see your friend, even at an early age, and you see certain things, issues, they might have issues with learning, talking, speaking, reading, depressed. It could be a lot of things, bro. We as friends have to notice. Number one, we have to notice those things. And number two, say something. Say something and be serious about it. Don't say nothing and be playing if you see your friend battling with something that might be serious and you might can help them in the long run. Say something to them. Be serious about it. Take it serious. A lot of the time we didn't have treatment for the mental health. Nowadays there is a lot of ways. There is a lot of treatment options. There are different methods. They do have free therapy and free therapists and psychologists that you can talk to. It's not all paid. You don't have to pay. You don't. Not all the time. They have hotlines. You can chat with somebody. Man, I just wish everybody would take it so serious, because even though I talk about prison a lot, if you are mental health and you go to prison for a long time, it can tear you apart. I've seen some strong-minded people who I thought were strong-minded, or they was very street when they was in the streets, and then they went to prison and it broke them down on so many levels, to where when you call the street and say, you remember such and such? Man, old boy back here drinking pee and eating you know what I'm saying? And they be like, nah, that can't be the same, whatever. That ain't him. I'm like, bro, that's him. The man walking around here with no shoes, no socks, barefoot, and smoking K2. And after so many stories about it, people on the outside start to believe it. Man, and you get to see people at their worst moment, at their lowest point of their life. So when you see people at their worst moment and at the lowest point in their life, it's like a double-edged sword. They already don't want you to see them at that point in their life. But when you're in prison, you see everything. You're around them all the time. Everybody know everybody business. Everybody know everybody business. And I remember with my biggest thing with mental health that hit me was like when my mom passed in 2020. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to go forward in life. I didn't know how to proceed without talking to my mom. I know I stayed in the cell for about a week or so. Didn't want to walk out to see and talk to nobody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want people asking me questions, and I didn't want nobody saying anything to me so I could flash out on them. So I stopped getting money at that particular moment. I stopped getting money. I had money. I already saved up, but I stopped getting it because I was too stuck on what am I going to do next type. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a while, because in prison, put it like this. You know how like you can break down, cry, show your emotions. I hear like type shit around people, or just say if you want to get away from everybody, you can get away from everybody and you can go to your house and go in your room or something. In prison, you can't do that. So, you know, you have to deal with death like none other. Like you have to deal with it around people who don't care. They don't know you. They don't know your family. They don't care. And they might be waiting on you to show a vulnerable, soft moment so they can take advantage of it. You got people that live back there for that. So with you balancing trying to be you and trying to just deal with grief and trying to live back here in this world where it's like guys want to see weakness so they can eat you alive. So it's like, you know, it was hard for me to deal with the grief because I was still getting over it. And, you know, when you lose someone and you going through what you're going through within the penitentiary system, you need a counselor to talk to. You need a therapist to communicate with. You need to let that out some way, somehow. I didn't have that. So the only way that I was able to deal with my mental health was to talk to people. Because if I kept it in, if I kept it closed in, it would hurt me even more. I just knew at that particular point in time, I didn't want to just talk to nobody right then and there. But as time started steadily, gradually going on, and I had to deal with life the way it was going along, I had basically tried to stay busy to keep my mind away from being sad. And I had conversations with individuals, family and friends, that helped me. It's some family that really helped me get through those times. Everybody don't got that. And to some people, that ain't enough. That just ain't enough. You know? And even when you've been back there so long and you've seen so many people unalive themselves, and you've seen action where dudes unalive each other, and you just seen so much, when you come out here, you see how it take a toll on you. It take a toll on you so much to where some people don't even want to be around you, and you don't want to be around them. You know what I'm saying? I like to be by myself still to this day. It ain't because of what prison did to me. It's kind of how I was raised as well. So me, I was the only child in my household, just me and my mama. That might have prepared me for later things in life where you had to be alone. Just for instance, on lockup. When they put you in lockup, some lockups you ain't about to have a roommate. It's just you and them four walls. You, them four walls, a toilet and a sink and a door. You, them four walls, a toilet, sink, and a door. Now imagine a person going through a mental health crisis in a small room, four walls, a sink, toilet, and a door. Some people go crazy. Some people just can't handle it. Can you blame them for not handling it? You really can't, because basically the situations they put you in is inhumane as it is. It's inhumane. But some of us suck it up, deal with it, tough it out. You know, they say only the strong survive. Well, the weak can survive back there too. They just survive in a different manner. They do it in a different way. The strong survive. You put them in any situation and they just gonna go through it. They gonna battle through it. I remember just, you know, they tossing me in lockup. I'm not being able, for one, when they first put you in there, they don't want you to have anything, nothing. And they'll bring your property back there. Man, listen, I remember not being able to talk to nobody for at least 2 weeks. Because they didn't give me no envelopes. You only get envelopes, paper stamped envelopes, 1 time a month or 2 times a month. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been 1 time a month. Either way it go. They wouldn't give me no envelopes. So I had to basically thug it out for about 2 weeks before I talked to anybody. So imagine how that make your people feel when you used to talking to them daily or weekly. Now you got to send messages through, you know what I'm saying, people to, hey, tell my people I'm okay. You sending kites out. Yo, let my people know I'm good. I'm in lockup, but I'm going to be okay. It's such going on. That's what I did. And while being back there, you will read books, maybe write. I stopped writing rhymes, so at that point, you know, being on lockup, I'm just back there, just trying to ease my mind, thinking about different things, thinking about jotting down different ideas for when I come home. You do different things to keep your mind busy. But like I say, mental health, with the mental health part, everybody can't keep their mind busy. Everybody don't know how to do that. Everybody don't know how to just let the bed play out. And some people will be like, well, what happens if I don't do this? Or will they turn my time up if I do this? What if I don't make parole? And you can tell they going through it, because you be like, bro, I don't even got parole. Why you asking me? And then some of those kind of situations get hectic because you're dealing with a person. If you're not a person with a balanced head on his shoulders, you know what I'm saying, you'll take them situations to cuss that dude out. You know what I mean? And I get it. I've done my part. You know? I've done my part in a couple of them situations. But the whole thing is, and this mental health thing may be a 2 or 3 part episode. You know, this will just be my first episode speaking about mental health, because the topic came across and I wanted to at least just speak on it, acknowledge it. Plus I wanted to come tap in. It's the first week of January of 2026. I want to let it be known that I will be dropping episodes, at least 1 episode per week with Real Talk with Gezey. I may bring in guests. I've been having guests reach out to me. I'm trying to see how I can make it work and make it make sense at the same time. But all I can ask is that y'all keep following, like, comment, subscribe, share, support me. I support y'all. We all in this fight together, trying to make sure we push the right message out here and get the right individuals to, you know, see our thoughts. So this ain't just about my viewpoint on everything. It's about giving these ideas, giving these topics exposure as well. So that's where I'm at with it. I know mental health is real. I know we need to acknowledge it a little bit better in our community specifically. And what we need to do is find ways to combat it, understand it, learn more about it, and make sure, like I said, say something. Speak up. Because a lot of us like to laugh when we see a person acting a certain way. But that's only because we don't have the knowledge to know that, oh, he going through something. That's some mental health stuff he going through. It's something he going through. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get more knowledgeable about it. I have to do more research about it myself. I'm not the best person to speak on mental health because I ain't fixed mental health. I ain't fixed my own mental health yet. And I ain't got the best advice on dealing with it, because I dealt with mine in a different manner, and sometimes I deal with it right now when I don't just want to talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't shut down like that, but that's where I find my peace. You know what I'm saying? I go somewhere and duck off by myself and go inside my phone and just ease my mind. I don't smoke. I don't smoke and I don't drink alcohol every day, so I face everything head up. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they face stuff and they roll up, ease their mind instantly. When you ain't got that and you got to deal with everything head up, that's when that mental health will hit you. That's when that shit attack you. That's when you say, uh-oh, hold on now. I ain't never felt like this before. But that's when it's real. And that's when you need to know for yourself that you have a problem. Don't duck the problem. Don't go get a bottle of alcohol or get a blunt or go get some dope and try to duck the problem. People do that all the time. They duck in real life, so they snorting, getting high and doing all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ducking real life situations. Don't duck real life situations. Just find ways to deal with them. And if you need help, say something. Because, yeah, it's up to us to say something if we see something. But if you know you need help, say something. And that's how I want to end this. This has been your third episode of Real Talk with Gezey. Many, 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 many more to come. It's 52 weeks in a year. My goal is to make over 57 episodes of Real Talk with Gezey. I hope you guys help me push my vision. I will do giveaways. I promise I will do giveaways starting January, maybe the end, maybe the middle of January, but I'm trying to partner up with certain sponsors, and I will do giveaways. That's a promise. That's a fact. Even if it comes straight out of my pocket, I'm going to make sure it happens. So I want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, say anything in the comments. Just drop the comments. Help YouTube boost the algorithm. I love y'all. Fuck with me. Next time. Peace and blessings.